Yeah, I like doing the live streams because you don't have to do any of the. You answer that?
Oh, let me see that real quick. Hey, I hit you back. What up? I'm on live stream right now with my boy Alex.
What's up?
Alright. I'll call you back. Alright. I forgot he came down on purpose.
Alright, yeah, but I like doing the live streams because you don't have to do none of the whole editing bullshit. You know, people are gonna like watching your streams regardless. So yeah, it's my controller holder.
Oh,
it's the monkey from
Black Ops.
yeah, Black Ops fucking. But yeah, dude. So now I'm doing live streams. So now I'm trying to do clips. I'm doing interviews with different creators. I'm doing gaming. So I was gaming just a little bit, and then I want to start doing like IRL streams. But those are almost in the same category as videos, the IRL streams, because you got to think about stuff that you want to do. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to actually do on my RL streams. So now that goes, but I feel, and also you get into like the dilemma of having like the rig. I don't know if you've heard of like the live streaming rig that you need in order to do.
I'm not too familiar with live streams.
Well, yeah. Well, for live streamers, they carry around like a backpack. And I guess this is for like their, for like cameras. Their cameras that they can like hook up to the modem, I guess, that they carry around with them. Because you have to like carry around almost like a fucking internet router with you, you know what I mean? And so that's what's going to give you like enough internet so you can live stream off your camera, feed it into whatever the fuck kind of computer they have in their backpack. But apparently those cost like fucking $5,000 or some shit. Or $3,000. It's pretty expensive, but yeah, or what I was thinking is that you can live stream off your phone still.
Oh, what coordinate says inactive? So is it picking up our voice or no?
Yeah, it's just not recording. It's not recording. So I have a record, so it's streaming right now, right?
So it's live. You're just not saving it.
Yeah, I'm just not recording the actual live stream.
Okay.
But it is going to be saved onto Twitch and Kick, so I don't need to record it because I already have it pre-saved onto the websites.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's my whole thing right now with streaming. But what about you? I know you were doing the shorts, the YouTube shorts, the YouTube videos. You still I know you were texting me about wanting to keep doing that. I know, especially because you're having a kid now, dude. That's insane.
Yeah. So
how do you feel about still making content?
I still want to do it, bro. I feel like I have this desire in my heart to just make it regardless.
Yeah.
Because that's just something that brought me peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel like I got burnt out, but this time, I don't know how long it's been since I made my last video. It's probably been like a month now. I want to say like a month. And every day I wake up, or every other day I wake up like I think I'm gonna make a video today, and I end up not doing it. But I carry my camera around with me in my bag just in case I just have something to do at the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
But today I feel like I got a great idea to make after not making content, which sounds crazy. But now I just gotta start writing my script.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like I know what you mean, where you almost want to it's like there, but you don't really do it often, but it almost gives you like closure of doing it. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, because even for me, right? Like I enjoy making content. Like in general, like I enjoy making content. Like maybe not necessarily like TikToks. I always bring this up every time I bring somebody in, but I've been making TikToks. I was never a TikTok guy. You know what I mean? I was never a TikTok guy, but I know that in order to get more like a broader audience and whatnot, you have to put yourself out there. So I started making TikToks. But as far as like making like content like this, like I enjoy bringing people. Like I've been bringing in, like you're probably like the fourth person that I've brought in so far of like creators.
I thought he was about to kill me when we came back from the
so I have like this room. I have this room behind my house that's just like a shed. So Ray thought that this is like the horror movie instincts that he has. it's just like, oh my god, if I go in this room, this dude's gonna lock the door behind me and I'm stuck in here forever. But no, that's not what happened. It's actually quite nice in here. I even have a heater in here. So
7:30 like in the afternoon, and he wearing a suit.
Wearing some docks and a tie. 7:30, going to his backyard. Like, dude's up to no good.
And I was going first in every room.
Like, yeah, just keep going in. Just keep trusting me. I know. Nah, but yeah. So this is probably you're the fourth person I brought in, and honestly, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making this type of content. Like, even though it's not like the ideal content that I originally thought of doing, but nonetheless, it is something that I still find interesting in doing. Mm. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily like living a flashy life and you're doing all outrageous shit. You know what I mean? What I used to do in my old videos or would try to.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
sure.
but nonetheless, like, I still enjoy talking to like creative people. I even whenever we first met, like I think it was one of our common friends that actually introduced us to each other because we both did
Chris.
Videos.
Yeah.
And you know, as soon as we met, it was almost, we were just started brainstorming, and immediately it was like, you know, you find relatability, common ground within creators, and so I still find that even with anybody that does anything, you know what I mean, anybody that wants to do anything. So I've been bringing in artists, content creators. I know that boxer King Julian, he's fighting this weekend. Okay. I was in talks with him on getting him on. He said he was interested. I was supposed to actually have him on Monday. That's our, you know, for whoever's watching, that was the pro athlete that I was trying to get on here, or that I am getting on here. But we were supposed to do it on Monday, but I couldn't do it Monday. So we're supposed to reschedule actually on Wednesday. Well, I was trying to do it Wednesday, but it was too close to his fight tomorrow. Yeah. So I don't blame him. I'll respect him. You know, he's doing some pretty big things. So I'm not trying to, you know, interrupt that. But yeah, I am trying to get him on here though. That one would be a big one too.
You should have some gloves ready.
Oh yeah,
not like the fight, just like the props. You know what I'm
yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, I should bring in some mitts. So he can hit him on stream. That would be hard. Yeah, that would be hard.
Or just wear your headgear and let him just.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just let him rock me real quick. Just like, dude. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to hit me as hard as you can in the stomach or in the head. No, but yeah, dude. So what?
Let me get one before you kill it.
Keep him away from me because I'm gonna kill it back.
Oh, you got some over
there. No, I'm done. Oh. But whenever you first started doing content, like what made you want to start doing content?
So, at the point in time, I feel like, oh shit, I feel like this shit gonna sound boring, but lock in, alright? So, one point in time in my life, I feel like I had no skill, right? Nothing. I feel like I know where I wanted to be at in life, and where I'm at and where I want to be at. I never knew how to get there. I just always had this vision. So, you know what they say, like a dream without like steps or a dream without like writing it down, it's just like, it's just gonna be a dream. Like it's not no goal or nothing.
Just a thought.
Yeah, it's just a thought. Thanks. So, one day I was just on YouTube binging, came across Mr. B's content, and this was before he doing what he doing now. Like, don't get me wrong, he's doing great stuff, but I kind of like phased out of his content. Like, I liked when he was just doing like content with his boys and all that stuff, like the homemade stuff. Yeah. And then I came across Gideon content, and then all the pranksters in that era, that time. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is what I want to do. Like, that's it. Like, a light bulb went over my head, if you could just see it. And then I had an old phone, and my little cousin went to Walmart with me, and he recorded for me, like my first video.
Off your iPhone?
Yeah, I swear.
I think I was starting to do that too. I had just gotten the iPhone 12 Pro, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this phone so I can start recording videos. So I was like focused on getting like that new iPhone just so I can start recording videos with it. Because the camera was supposed to be like, you know, really good on the Pros or whatever. And so I kind of feel the same way. Like you kind of just need your phone just to start, or like at least put you on that path to starting. I think what made me start wanting to do content, because at this time in my life I was like I was trying to figure out new ways of like making like money, because I like being from Corpus, or like living in the Corpus area for a while. You kind of don't really see like a whole lot of like people, you know, with enormous wealth. Let's just put it that way. You don't really see a whole lot of Corvette, or you don't really see like a whole lot of Ferraris, Lamborghinis. You know what I mean? But like elsewhere, like you see other people that have them or whatever.
On the island. That's
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta go to the island. Yeah. But nonetheless, like it just blew my mind that there were people out there that had Ferraris, and then there were other people that, you know, were still driving like the same car that they've been driving for like the past 20 years. You know what I mean? Or like something from like the 80s and we're in the 2000s. You know what I mean? No disrespect to that, but
I mean, that could be a sign of wealth also. Some people don't care about what they drive; they care about more how they live. And some people care about how they
well, at least in my position, my main focus, or my main like the curiosity was like, how do I get a Lamborghini, or how do I get a Ferrari? And so that's whenever I was like onto this like trail of trying to figure out new ways of trying to do like make, you know, wealth, or like, you know, see what I can do with my youth, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember, you know, I was working a bunch. I was trading stocks, and then finally, I came across. It was weird because I wasn't even looking for it. It was a YouTube video, and it was like a Phase. It was a Phase member. I think it was Phase Rug. Yeah, no, it's funny, but. It wasn't like some stupid video. The video was like him showing off like the Phase house, and then like he's like showing off this big ass fucking crib, all the cars. I'm like, what the like? That's an insane amount of like shit that they have just from creating content.
Yeah.
Like the amount of income that you could make off content is just insane. And this is before this was like 2020, you know. So it was like, it wasn't as inflated. I don't feel like, now I feel like everybody's doing content. I feel like even back then, 2020, I feel like people were still barely treading into content. I feel like with TikTok, it just gave everybody like the pass to just, everybody could make content.
Because anybody can go viral.
Yeah, anybody can do viral off that. And so like everybody became a content creator once TikTok really blew up. And so, so once I saw like, that, I was like, okay, well, let me look into like different content. So this whole setup that I have here is the first stuff that I bought even before I bought my camera. I bought a whole live streaming setup.
You're looking backwards?
Yeah, no, the thing is that I was like thinking about just live streaming at first. I was originally gonna do live streaming. Like I remember the first. Actually, you want to see some of my first videos? I don't know if you ever saw them. But, see if I can pull it up here. Right here, chat. I'll bring it up.
What game is this?
It's Marvel Rivals.
Oh shit, I thought that was fucking Fortnite. That's probably the last game I played on my Xbox. No, I got, whatchamacallit, Avatar The Last Airbender. Single player though.
Look. My first videos were like live streaming content.
Oh, you just private them?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like my first.
Can they see this or no?
Huh? Yeah, they can see this. I was doing VR, so this is like the VR girlfriend.
You probably can post that now, bro. It's like perfect timing.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, your girl's fave. On today's video, we're gonna be playing together VR. Basically, this is my VR girlfriend. Hopefully she's not for the streets like most women are in real life, or like my ex. I wish I could. Hello. Just watching TV? Yeah, you should probably shut that off. TV will rot your brain. It's all propaganda anyways. So I was doing like gaming videos before I started doing actual YouTube content. Okay, so we're playing Dart.
Did you build her yourself?
Hurry up. No, I didn't build it. No.
Yes, I'm the greatest.
This is like whenever I was like,
Dude,
I was working like a job like for 14 hours, and I'd come home and I'd start like recording like videos, and I'd edit them, and I'd like just try and brainstorm.
Oh, I can. Did you draw this? Is that supposed to be me? Great, you're winning. I hate this game. Fuck. Would I like to play again? Yes, because I'm not going to let you beat me. Oh, yeah? You didn't see that? Oh!
I actually haven't watched this video since I posted it.
7.
This was back in 2020.
Hey, beat that.
This is before I even moved back to Corpus.
Is he still in New Mexico?
Yeah, I was still in New Mexico.
I wonder if I could.
This is like...
Never mind. God, you're trash. No, we're not going to try again. You're home. Where you been all day? In the streets, I'm sure. We're putting on some VRs. What the boom! What the fuck? We're in the Matrix. Inside the Matrix. Okay, so I have to beat her? She's not good. Oh my god. Did I win? Oh my god. Oh, she thinks she's hard, dude. She thinks she's hard. Thinks that I don't do this all day, every day. What the? This is like a Saw game. She doesn't know that I'm a loser yet. She can't beat me. Jesus Christ.
Pretty bad
oh
game
my
though,
god.
you
Jesus.
You still play it?
No, I don't have my VR headset no more.
Literally have to
Sold it
crouch
whenever
this.
times
Not
got
good.
hard.
She's not good.
Times got hard, so I had to sell my girlfriend.
Did I win? Oh my god. Hello? I won!
$40.
Jesus Christ. Getting fucking PTSD off this bitch. I'm stuffed. I haven't eaten anything. Huh? Hello? Don't look like McDonald's. Where's the KFC at? Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, dude, I'm the beast at this. You don't want to play no rock, paper, scissors with me.
I'll remind her to be my
So
girlfriend in
usually
real life.
people start off with rock. I'm gonna go paper. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, so she picked scissors. So obviously next she's gonna pick paper. So now I'm gonna pick scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I actually made a...
I don't even like beans. Am I gonna have to... Okay,
I made
rock,
a video
rock,
of like
paper,
my
scissors,
old
shoot.
setup, and it's kind of
Your
like
face.
the same shit.
Mm.
But not
I
of,
can
of
just
this.
focus.
It's like
There's
a
food.
it's like a live video.
That's so funny. Here, look. I got a better idea. Oh, no, I can't even pick that up.
Would you
Pick
ever
this
beat her?
PlayStation 5 still in there. God damn.
Domestic abuse in
How serious was this game?
I don't know.
Kids?
I mean, no, it was because they'd put you through stages, so it was like different stages that so like you do one thing and then it bring you over to
Yeah,
this
it's time to
thing.
clean up. Let's play something different.
So if you
Let's
do
play a
something better,
forehead
it
foot
won't
game?
do
Okay.
nothing.
I don't
See
think
if you
so.
do. Is it okay?
No, I think it just kind of
obviously she's
falls
trash.
off.
Rock, paper,
Or
scissors. Fuck.
kinda just ignores
Rock,
it.
paper, scissors. Dude. You want to flick me? I got a better idea. I got another game we can play.
Oh!
You want to play again? Not really. Seems like you already know what I'm going to choose. Rock, paper, scissors. Boom, in your face. Oh my god. Rock, paper, scissors. Fucking fuck this game. No. Did you see my letter? Where are you? I have to help you find an envelope? What the? I have to throw these off? What's on 122 seconds? This is a weird place to put an envelope. Of course you lost it. Who are you hiding it from? Yourself? You should have thought of this beforehand. I've been looking for this. Jesus Christ. Where's this envelope?
Ghost, right?
Oh, I found it.
Caught
Right here.
ghost.
8 seconds on the clock. Oh my god. Bye. Oh my god. Why is her dressed like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was like
the
my
best
first
VR
gaming
girlfriend
video.
ever.
I don't think I've made any more
Bye.
videos after that. Well, I made.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
What'd you do after?
Oh yeah, I was like I was on Cornhub.
Channel. If
It's
you
like
think
some
you know what's...
stupid
If you
shit.
enjoyed... Oh, hey.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I never heard that. I'm be real.
Oh hey, thanks for checking out today's video. If you enjoyed today's content, hit
20-year-old
that
me.
like button and don't forget to subscribe. This is one of many great videos I will have on my channel. If you think you know what's coming, think again. So turn on those notifications, and if you haven't already, go check out my first video. And as always, never forget to always,
Yeah, this one was
always
recorded off my
chase your dreams.
off my iPhone.
Catch you guys on the next one.
I have one more.
Let's start a console. Are your views? Wait, what made you private this one? Was it a console you started making?
Well, this is on my old channel. So these are two separate channels.
Okay. And that's all the same thing.
It's all the same stuff. I'm telling you, even the lava lamp right there, still the same one.
New boy, actually. First YouTube video, a beginning of a new era, some might say. My mom says. Besides the point, on today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing of my PC. My first PC actually. This is the
Like
NZXT
whenever I got
Starter
all
Pro.
my fucking
This is
stuff,
pre-built.
dude.
It's
It's so high.
I know.
I like didn't even
We're
take
also
it,
gonna be
any
showing
of
off
it out
my
of the box. I had to wait for all
console
this shit to
streaming
come in the
setup.
mail.
If you guys are
so I
into
could
that.
make this fucking
If you guys
video.
see anything that you guys like in today's video, I'll have all the Amazon links down in the
The hoodie
description
clean
below.
though.
Make sure you guys go
Yeah.
check that out.
Got ruined.
Be just like
Got
any favorite
stained.
YouTuber. Hopefully. Anyways, yeah. Leave a like, subscribe, maybe even a comment on how mediocre this video is. And
They can hear
this
it
shit
perfectly though.
Yeah, they can hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they should be able to.
I feel like I'm DJing right now.
Alright, so like I said, we're going to start off with the unboxing of my PC. This is the NZXT Starter Pro. Originally, I had bought this PC off NZXT's website for around $1,200. The PC itself comes with, I don't even, B365.
Why didn't you shave your arm?
All right, bro. My bad, bro. Like my bad. I think about that
some
shit
other
too.
Radeon RX
You just had to breathe that
Intel
out,
i5,
bro.
whatever.
Insecure,
It's a basic starter PC. The PC's decent. PC's decent, I guess. I don't know. This is my first PC. I had to shorten this unboxing because it was longer than this entire video. It would have just been me struggling to get the PC out the box for like 10 minutes. The PC shipped with its basic components, a quick start guide, and this foam that I gave to my dog. Anyways, now here's the PC in all its true form and glory. Enjoy. I know it's a thing to put.
Yeah, it was all
props
dusty,
inside
dude. I had
PCs,
never cleaned it
but
before.
I'm gonna be different.
Look, I
With
still
the
have that shit
Twitch
too.
tag
Right there.
inside mine. Looks way cooler. And while I'm shitting on little kids,
Right there
I
on the
can
finger
always
mark.
look over to my PC for a reminder of who's the hardest
How'd
Twitch
you get that
streamer
made?
out right now. Hashtag
Right.
your girl's fave. Anyways, on to my setup. Alright guys, so here's the setup. And yeah, leave a like,
And the
subscribe.
headset's still
We'll
the
see you guys
same.
next time.
Monitor.
Alright, just kidding. Anyway, so I'm gonna give you guys a whole little rundown of everything that I got. So starting with my PC. Obviously, we just finished unboxing it. This is the NZXT Starter Pro.
Upgraded once.
Got my little tag in
Logos.
there. Looks
Logo's
badass,
still the
I know.
same.
Yep.
Up here we got the Razer Kaio, my streaming cam. It's got a little ring light on it. It's pretty cool. It's an
That's
okay
what y'all
cam.
looking out of right
Does
now.
the job.
Yeah.
Can't hate. Down
Yeah.
here, got my gaming mouse. This is the
Well, you gotta
Logitech
do mouse.
Yeah, this
203.
stuff's new. I
Pretty
did
basic
replace
mouse.
this stuff.
Does the
You
job.
got a new
This
mouse
is where I
on.
crank my hard 90s.
And
This is where I text your mom, your girl, your grandma, your sister, your principal. Anyways, this is the Razer Black Widow mechanical keyboard. It's pretty cool. Over here I got my streaming mic. This is the Razer Siren X. Goes pretty hard. Got my gaming monitor. This is an Alienware AW252 one. I don't know. It's some Russian launch code. But while I'm here, make sure you guys go follow my Twitch. At your girl's fave. I don't know if you guys knew that. I'm a
Tell me,
streamer. If you
How old you
didn't
out
know,
there? 14?
14.
now you know. Go do
Bro.
that after you guys finish this video. Over here we got my gaming headset. These are the Astro A40s. These go pretty hard. They come with a little mix amp, which I keep down here out of the way. For my second monitor, I use this HP Envy laptop. It's a little touch laptop. Put my Twitch stream chat on there. Down here I got my Xbox One X. This is a Cyberpunk edition. Looks pretty cool. Limited edition skin on there. Right here I got my little Goku. Goes hard. My little Pops.
You remember how much this
Mandalorian,
cost you?
Thanos.
All this?
Every time I
Yeah.
catch a dub,
Cost me a
Pikachu's
fucking-
right here to dab me up. For my posters, I got
still
Elon
the streaming
Musk
glasses.
hitting the Bleezy.
Or the blue
Man's
light
taking us to
glasses.
Mars. In this
What?
picture,
What are
he's
those
going to
ones?
Jupiter.
It's
Got my
because
Star
whenever you
Wars
stare at
poster.
screens and shit, like the blue
Rick and
light
Morty
makes that
poster.
irritating
Right here, I got my
eyes.
lava lamp.
Like
Comes with a
green.
speaker, my guy. It's my work helmet. Wake up in the morning,
About
put my
that.
shoes on, throw this on, clock in. This is where my roommate lives, Kai.
He's
No
down.
albino snake. He's pretty cool. He's always hiding though. Thinks that I'm hop in there and bite his head off or something. I don't know.
Fuck you!
And yeah, that's the
See what
setup,
I'm saying?
boys. Hope you guys like that. Hi, my name is Alex Medina, aka Your Girl's Fave.
Your girl's
If you enjoyed
fave.
today's video and would like to see more, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be creating more content like this, so if you are into PC gaming, VR exploring, enjoy great conversations with the boys, breaking out of the Matrix, becoming less of a disappointment to your parents, opening your third eye, becoming the winner you always knew you were, landing a date with that person you always wanted, and or becoming a drug lord, then what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and make sure you go follow me on Twitch. This is only the beginning. So turn on those notifications and never forget to always, always chase your dreams. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Fuck you!
Run.
How many takes it took you to do that?
Too many. That was my first video ever. Yeah, that was my first video ever. So I was like, cause I gotten like inspiration for all this other shit. So yeah, that was my experience with making fucking YouTube videos, and then I moved on to IRL. I got into I started watching. I went from getting my inspiration from FaZe or like gaming videos. Not really FaZe in itself, but like gamers, streamers. Because I was like doing a bunch of research on like live streaming. And then I got into like YouTube videos. And I guess the people that I was like looking into was like fucking like Steve Will Do It, Danny Duncan, Logan Paul, like more or less like the videos that they were making, like they just seemed fun. They just seemed like they were fun videos that they were making.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like I think instead of like being a live streamer, I think I'd rather do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's whenever I started transitioning more into wanting to be a YouTuber,
Mm-hmm.
you know, instead of a live streamer. So I had bought all this fucking equipment.
Tears of joy right there.
But to be fair, I still need it. You know what I mean? I still needed it. I mean, maybe not so much the microphone, the webcam, but like the PC, I definitely needed. So.
Don't mind me. I
it's
get
all
up
good.
early every fucking day.
So I bought all this shit, and then now it's almost like I came into a full circle. I went from streaming to YouTube videos back to streaming. But only because I feel like live streaming is maybe like still like a good place to be, because even though like there is still a lot of people like live streaming, like you understand, like just to get this set up in itself, like you have to really invest.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really invest, and I don't feel like a lot of people are willing to do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, people are willing to buy like the equipment and stuff, but the grind of like having to do all this shit, like just getting the live stream up, from differentiating like my sound from like my PlayStation, from my PC, getting my voice chat to work, from getting like the audios to mix up correctly, like dude, that shit gave me like headaches for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I had to kind of figure it all out, and even now we still I still have problems. So I feel like people don't have enough patience nowadays, even to like, or as much as, you know, like the broader aspect of, you know, just clicking record on your iPhone and making a YouTube video. I feel like live streaming is a bit harder to do. So I feel like that's why I want to do or why I'm a little bit more intrigued on doing live streaming nowadays.
Yeah, if people can't, if they feel like they can't like just set it up like that.
Yeah.
They're not gonna mess with it, or they're gonna pay somebody to do it.
100%, and that's exactly how I feel. Is like that's like people, because you got, you know, people don't want to try hard. It seems like a lot of the times. I feel like people just want it done fast. They just want it to take it out the box and it work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm over here fucking struggling just to get my fucking sound to work correctly. You know, I got two different sounds coming through, and then you got to get your bit rate up. You got to link your accounts. You got to figure out how to multi-stream, because this doesn't come. I'm streaming to both Twitch and Kick. That shit doesn't come just default. You have to download a software. You have to connect your accounts, and then you have to figure out which accounts you can and can't stream. So I feel like a lot of that shit is just a headache that most people don't want to deal with, and but it also gives me like opportunity to do it. Nonetheless, like. Yeah. There are still a whole lot of people live streaming, but not nearly as many people that are making like YouTube videos. But I still feel like, you know, either way, either one you do, you still have an opportunity to do it.
You can't live stream on TikTok?
I can live stream on TikTok, but the thing is, if I'm trying to live stream off TikTok on my computer, it's probably best if I only live stream to TikTok. Because if I want to live stream to TikTok off my computer, I have to, the software that TikTok uses so much of my computer like processing that it makes this software lag. Like I could be running a bunch of other shit on my computer, and it won't make it lag. But for whatever reason, the TikTok software just completely crashes my computer.
Oh, you tried it already?
Huh?
You tried it?
Oh
already?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've done it multiple times. It just makes it lag like insane. It's just not. Yeah, I'd rather sacrifice TikTok and live stream to just Twitch and Kick, two different platforms rather than just one platform. And I can reach out to different audiences that are just watching or whatever. And I don't really have to watch what I do on Kick, but on Twitch I do. But Kick, I mainly stream off Kick, because Kick, they don't really mind what you do. You can literally play like copyrighted music, you can play like YouTube videos. Twitch you have to be a little bit more careful with, because if you play like copyrighted music, they're gonna mute like your fucking video.
Oh shit.
So like they'll mute like that area of it, and it's just bullshit. But it's like stuff like that you have to deal with as like a streamer, you know what I mean? If you want to fucking do shit.
Yeah.
And then you also have to figure out, you have to be able to sit in front of a computer for fucking 4 hours. Right now I've been sitting in front of a computer for 2 hours. Halfway there. But yeah, so how do you feel about becoming a dad?
Make a long story short.
Long story short, how do you feel about becoming a dad?
I feel excited, bro. I'm ready to. I know I'm having a girl already, and I'm kind of just ready to meet her.
Tough luck, dude.
I know,
No,
man.
I'm joking.
Hey, it says like 1% for it to be a boy. I mean,
yeah, amen.
No, I'm just ready to meet her already. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
dude, that's good.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine about having a fucking kid right now, dude. Well, at least me, like, not that I can't have a kid, but like,
house.
yeah, well, finding somebody that I am willing to have a kid with. You know what I mean? Like,
Interview him.
Oh yeah, just like bring them in on the live stream. I should just bring them on the live stream. Like, oh yeah, follow me to this back shed over here. The same thing, except that you're a dude, and I'm gonna bring a chick. Imagine how a chick feels. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah.
How do you think all them chicks end up dead?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, dude. Well, they gotta. You're right. They do follow them. They do end up following them, but.
But you're not going. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do it.
You never know. No, but yeah, dude. I feel like nowadays, like the generation for women, it's like you gotta pick and choose, dude. I feel like this generation's kind of cooked. You know what I mean? Because I mean, to be fair, I can get canceled if I keep talking. I'm gonna get canceled.
To add to that, let me, for lack of better words, find a woman that at least know how to navigate that kitchen. Cause all these new women just, they either go to McDonald's or they put everything on the stove and they cook it on high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can find a woman that know how to at least, see, I know how to somewhat use a crock pot.
There you go.
But I like using the Instapot. You know what I'm saying? But if a woman know how to use at least one of them two and learn how to use one of them, keep her.
Amen. Yeah, dude. I think in general, like, it's more or less. Now, it's not that the women can't do, or women can or supposed to do the job. I just feel like they do it better than men. You know what I mean? Of like being like the home for like the family. You know what I mean? Because like guys like they already treat like the world already treats us like shit. You know what I mean? The world already spits in our fucking face. Like the last thing we need to do is like we'll be the backbone. Like we'll handle like the fucking fire from the world. Yeah. But like for the family needs like a warm, you know what I mean? A warm-hearted, person, and that's a woman. You know what I mean? Like. Who do you feel like most comfortable with? Like your grandma, probably, you know what I mean, or your mother, like I know whenever I think about my mom, you just think of like a warm-hearted woman, or like your grandma, coming over for the holidays. She's making some badass tamales. You got some warm hot chocolate. Like that's how they describe them. That's how movies describe grandmas and mothers, like these warm-hearted, like home. That's how they feel. Like how do you, I mean, for women, they kind of see it as like the strong, independent woman, right? And they don't want to be held down by like a man, right? Like, or not held down, but like, they don't want a man to tell them what to do. You know, almost it seems like for like the girl bosses, you know, that they call themselves nowadays, and what's kind of confusing is, would you rather have a man, you know, that would be your husband, and would, you know, kind of be more or less like someone that would bring you more comfort in the world, or would you rather give up that life and have like your boss, which is probably going to be a man as well? Not that women can't be bosses, but you know.
We're trying not to get canceled.
I know I'm trying to stay in line here, guys. I'm not, but like for the most part, like you're gonna be like being bossed by somebody, and of course you want to be the boss as well. But you know your job is only gonna. What the fuck is this? This is an ad. This probably this.
Oh,
hey homie.
Scammer.
Oh yeah, this is scammer. All right, bet some Somalis in here, but nah, but I feel like they'd be willing to give up like the family life over for like the corporate life, like, you know, but in reality, like only to prove to themselves that they can do it. But you know, like who wants, like men don't even want to work that type of life. You know what I mean? It's almost like a self like proven thing to themselves that they want to prove. You know what I mean? That they're strong and independent. But in reality, like of course you can be, of course you can do the job, but why would you want to do the job? Yeah. Why would you want to make that your life when you, and that's already like the message that's kind of getting drilled into their heads is like, don't rely on a man, don't, you know, and good for them that they want to be strong and independent, but what would be better? Like, you know, having a family that you know, loves you and like relies on you to be like that home, or, you know.
That's how we know who should be at home.
Yeah.
Are you more comfortable with it? All right, real question.
All right.
Says building A and building B. Building A is run by all women. Building B is run by all men, and they're both daycares. Who are you leaving your kid with?
Definitely the women. And
that's everybody.
Yeah. I guess so. Like I mean, because for the most part, that's like a very real like aspect in life. Like for the most part, like if one of us are trying to be like a babysitter, right? Like imagine one of us trying to advertise ourselves as babysitters, like just two middle-aged 20-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like, and then you compare us to the same age but women.
Yeah.
The parents are probably going to pick the girls.
They're probably going to report me.
Yeah. And they're probably going to call ICE on me. So it's like, but that's like a very valid point, is like it's not anything against.
We're conditioned that way.
Yeah, it's almost like a natural instinct. Yeah. It's not really like that guy did this wrong, this guy did that wrong. It's more or less like a natural, like, you know, of course I'm going to want to leave my kid, or, you know, like with somebody that almost feels more empathy towards the world. That's almost like the women aspect in life, or women characteristics, is having empathy, or having like a soft, somebody that's going to be a caregiver in the household. Meanwhile, guys are gonna fucking let you bounce off the fucking walls, let you have a beer, and fucking tell you to watch the game. You know what I mean? We don't really care.
We're gonna tell one kid to watch the other kid.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I mean? Like, why would you want to give up? And not just that, but like once you get into that life of like 40-hour work weeks, you know what I mean? 14-hour shifts. You know, nobody's really happy with that. I'm not happy with that. You know what I mean? Like, I wish women were more inclined to want to keep us in the house as much as men are trying to get women into the house. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like guys nowadays are hoping that they can find a woman that they can, you know, keep, and, you know, I don't think really, like, as far as I'm looking for, I don't really care for a girl boss. You know, if they are, like, good, but I'd be okay with just somebody that wants to have a family, you know, that also, you know, also has like their own characteristics that lead the way in the family as well. Not just, you know, someone that's just hoping for me to like come home, fucking cook and work and fucking clean and fucking, you know, just while they stay on the couch. And
I thought you said fuck and cook. You said fucking cook, right? ING cook?
I fucking cook and
Okay,
work.
okay.
Yeah, not fuck and cook. You know what I mean? No. I meant that as like a exaggeration too, not another, not a separate thing. Not a separate category of what the terms that I was trying to get to. But yeah, dude, I feel like it's hard to find those types of women now, and I think that's what I would want if I'm trying to have a kid. Those are the characteristics of the type of woman I would want. Why am I going to want a woman that's going to be outside the house? Like, who's going to be raising the kids? Like, the fucking school or, like, a babysitter? Why am I going to want somebody else raising my kids?
Like, yeah, you want a submissive woman.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want no woman that's out here just riding with the windows down listening to Young Boy.
Dude, and you know what? I think women listen to that music more than guys do, if I'm being honest. Like, they're more into, like, the whole, you know, scene of hip-hop and, you know, almost like they're the new gangbangers, you know what I mean? Like, guys are turning into, like, the ladies' man and, you know, like, more or less, you know, the more sensitive group, because they're like, holy shit, these women are turning into, like, now somebody's got to fill those shoes. So, like, I feel like guys are willing to take up that spot now.
Yeah, we starting to see girls with more chest tattoos than dudes.
Dude.
And they're
fucking pirates, dude. They're fucking out fucking drinking on the weekends more than guys are, dude. Honestly, like, I see more girls, more women at the, like, going out every weekend, and not even, like, they're just, like, unhealthy at that point. Like, they're just, it's not even like they're super bad anymore. Like, you fell off, like, 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, but you fell out, you're past your prime and you're still going out every weekend, like, At what point is it enough? Like, now the men have to be the fucking the bigger people. Like, not that it's a bad thing, not that it's like roles, but it's almost like the roles switched from like the 90s to now. Like how guys used to have like be the pimps. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Guys used to be the ones that were like calling the shots or whatever. Now women want to step in. And now women have like the roster, and guys have to be like, pick me, and then, but before it was almost like the opposite. It seems like where women were the ones that were like, pick me. Now it seems like the roles reversed, like in both ways. Not just that scene, but all of them. You know, guys are becoming more feminine, unfortunately. You know, but
it's a sad day to see.
Yeah, but it's true. It's becoming more and more prevalent, I'd say. And but I think that's just the culture that's getting pushed onto us nowadays. Like it's bad to be, not necessarily bad, but it's almost like they want you to be less of a man. More.
Yeah, they grooming kids.
Yeah, they're putting a bunch of stuff in TV. You know.
When my kid is here, they're not watching this new shit. We're watching all the old stuff we
grew
up on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dead serious. They're not going to have no iPad. They don't need no iPad. I didn't have no iPad when I grew up. Hell, I didn't even get a first phone until I was in high school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of for most people, like, this is where it becomes a problem for like, the girl bosses that do want to just, you know, leave their kid while they work and grind. Is like, if you're not watching your kid, you know, what is your kid being preoccupied by? You know what I mean? Like the phone, the tablet, you know, social media, TV, entertainment. Like, what is all that stuff contained? Like, you think that most people think that, you know, whatever is out there on the internet or whatever's out there on apps or on Netflix or on, you know, on these trusted things that are just in everyday households are just like kids can just watch, you know, like think about like SpongeBob, right? The new SpongeBob movie that came out. Like, Ice Spice is like the main promoter of that, and like Ice Spice is.
I heard of that shit.
You know what's crazy is like what I'm missing from now than that disappeared from back then was like the type of the age limit on what you could listen to. You know what I mean? They had the explicit, you know, the explicit thing at the bottom of the album saying like you had to be like 18 and up. Nowadays, like, you literally have Ice Spice fucking being the main fucking promoter of a kids movie, You know what I mean?
And
Like
then
that.
they go look her up and they see her music.
Yeah, exactly. Her music, and then they're the main, influence of that kid because it's like, well, is Ice Spice really that bad? She was the, she was all over the SpongeBob movie, or you know what I mean? It's almost like a entry level to, that side of the life. Normalizing that life, and kids need to be kids before they can even grow up. They can't grasp what this life is, and then you get fucking, that music that just can change your entire perspective on life before you even know what it is. Because you get into Ice Spice, and then or even if you were like a Taylor Swift fan, right? Like I remember whenever they were making it, like it was like that big Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift shit. And then they brought Ice Spice to a game, and then they were hanging out, making it seem like they were best friends, putting it everywhere, like collaboration between Ice Spice and Taylor Swift. And just that bridge between between creators or artists, you know what I mean? It leads a pathway to those that are fans of them, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, well Taylor Swift's her friend, you know what I mean? If Taylor Swift is her friend, the classic, role model for younger women, how bad is Ice Spice? And then Taylor Swift's over here making music with Kendrick Lamar. Not that that's a bad thing, but, it's another bridge to another type of artist that might not necessarily be. Because in reality, who is Taylor Swift's main audience? It's not middle-aged men. It's not, it's younger women. It's women in general. Kids, yeah. Like you're not gonna find like, well, maybe now you will find older women listening to Taylor Swift, but for the most part, it is younger women. Like
honestly, I never in my life heard nobody play a Taylor Swift song. And I don't just hang around with black people either. Like, I'm being real. Like I hear people play Katy Perry.
That's fair.
I hear people play Katy Perry.
Yeah.
But I never in my life, even when we work at a shop.
Yeah.
Well, I work at a shop still, and when we have cars, and they be on different stations. So I mean, I still never heard a Taylor Swift song. Maybe I have. I just because I'm in a category.
Well, you're around middle-aged men. You know what I mean? Nobody.
Well, I'm saying
no
even if I take a customer car.
Yeah.
Hot Shoe always number one.
Yep.
That's what I was getting at.
Yep. Well, it is the main point. The main point is that we can't, like, people seem like it's not a big deal, but all these things kind of lead up with each other. You know what I mean? Like, like not having women in the house. Not that that's not that that's all they're good for, but they're definitely better at it than us. You know what I mean? Like, men, not that women can't do the job, but I think men would rather them sacrifice themselves to that workforce, to that work life, so they can build a family. You know what I mean? But if both roles are doing it, then I don't see, like, I think it's less appetizing for men to want to, like, start that family, because now, like, what kind of family are you really raising? If you're not, if nobody's around the kids aren't, the family units aren't, being as close with each other. I mean, everything just feels different nowadays than it did back then. It's almost a crime. It's almost like people are more hesitant to have kids, not just because, like, the way that everything's going, people make it seem like it's the end of the world at all times, but, it's almost like, the encouragement of having, like, abortions, or, being, having that choice, or not wanting to have a man, or despising men in general. Just so many things that just take away from what is it called? The nuclear family. It's like a definition for, like, a family of, like obviously the regular American family of, like, kids and having a wife and a dad or the father working the job. It just takes away from that idea for the most part, and it just seems less appetizing to this generation because of all the feedback that they get. 'Cause for the most part, like whenever you see like stuff on social media, you're not really feeling too like that. They're not encouraging it for that matter. They're not encouraging it like that. The main promotion is to like almost not have kids, to not get married, to not have a family, instead of like encouraging you to find somebody. It's all about having a roster. It's all about, downloading dating apps, getting rid of your texting your ex, your toxic ex, so you can continuously go on this rampant of bad relationships, and then the people, for the most part, the people that are having kids are like the ones that are like in bad relationships that just continuously come back to each other. That's not all of them, but more than usual, it's the people that aren't necessarily the best fit for having families that are having families. Because the people that are kind of in the middle of that, you get like the middlemen that can't find a wife, that can't find a woman, the good guys. Because you know how many good guys I know, good like guys that are willing to like, that want families or that would be right for having families and don't even have like a relationship or whatever. Like they're just working. They're just working. It's almost like work is devouring their life, and then by the time that they're like 30 years old, that's what I don't want.
That's what I'm at right now, bro. I work from fucking 7 a.m. to fucking 7 to 8 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. It's tough, especially in this time. It's tough.
This economy, yeah.
But yeah, you just hope that like people know like the best way, the best route for like to go in life, like having the best morals. But you know what I saw? I'm not even trying to get into politics, but people allow social media to alter their minds so much. Like, it's not just about politics, right? Like having like a moral code. So like all this stuff with like ICE and shit. Look, it's not really like a whole. It's really not about the ICE stuff. But I saw this video, and it was about this cartel. It was about the cartel running down like an ICE agent off the road recently, and like the people in the comments were like cheering on the cartel member for killing a fucking ICE agent. Now, for the most part, right? Like they're calling the ICE. This is like, I guess, liberal, Democrats, whatever. But you have to be like so far gone to be like rooting on the actual cartel, right? Like if you're calling ICE members Nazis, right? Like that's a broad statement, because yeah, I can understand, because they're like going and deporting them. They're kind of gathering them, but and putting them in like the facilities to send them back to their country, but they're not killing them. They're not killing the immigrants. They're gathering them and sending them back to their original country. The thing about that is like you're comparing people that are gathering immigrants that didn't come here legally, comparing them to Nazis, and then cheering on actual people that break up families, rape, and murder people, the cartel. You know what I mean? So people are allowing social media to alter their minds to cheer on the actual bad guys. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is something that people don't really pay attention to. They just think that like it's all like some Disney movie. Like it's when in reality they don't. They're being their judgment is being thrown off from just absorbing all this content of just like if you go on Instagram and TikTok, it's almost like you get two different feeds. Like on Instagram, you can get like both feeds. You can get like the left and right. But on TikTok, it's almost like it only feeds you one side, which is the Democratic side. And like the way that TikTok feeds you, like the videos, it's almost like they want you to be upset. It's almost like they want you to be like angry about it. Like
you gotta think about it. What keeps you on the app longer?
Stuff that'll probably get you upset.
Exactly,
like,
and that
so,
brings in revenue.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is that people think that it's real news. That it's not. Don't get me wrong. What's going on is real news, but it's also the way that they feed it to you. It's also the way that they're making you absorb that type of content.
I personally don't give a fuck about what you are, politically wise, left or right. I just care about you as a person, your heart, and how you treat people.
100%.
Like, I've known you, I don't know how many years.
It's been like 4 years now.
Yeah, but I've never once asked you your political party. Yeah. I never asked any of my friends that. I don't care. Because if you're my friend, that means obviously you have a good heart.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and that's the worst part. Now, not your opinion, but not your opinion. I'm not saying that's the worst part. He's the worst part. No, I'm saying that that's how people. They're saying that thinking like that is bad. They're saying that you should be looking at their political views, and if they're for this person or for this person, you should not be friends with them.
Yeah.
That's how the new age works, and that's the type of feed is that they're trying to give you is like. If you're friends with this type of person, they're a Nazi. They're a liberal. They're a racist. They're a bootlicker. They're categorizing you, so people can stay upset because I think that's the main thing about politics is like they don't want us to come together to actually realize the main problem, which is like and getting the main problems out of the way. They want us to continuously fight each other.
Yeah.
So we constantly fight about bullshit.
And everybody should be, literally as a people, our goal should be common.
Having a family, being able to live in an economy, being able to buy a house. Can't even do that. Can't even do the basic stuff anymore. You know, you can't even like, at what point in your life, like, who can realistically buy a house nowadays? You know, without having that overhead stress that you're going to die before you're going to even be able to pay off the fucking house. You know what I mean? Like, people used to be able to buy, like, multiple houses. Now you'd be lucky if you can even get one.
Fucking half shit, get a duplex.
Seriously, like, you'd be lucky to just be able to live by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to, like, seriously have your shit down or, like, have some shit, like, given to you in order to even, like, live comfortably.
Most of the people I know that live by themselves is because, it's not at you, but their parents already had a crib and they was able to, like, let them keep it. And
yeah, 100%.
Like, traveling or their parents got another crib somewhere else.
Yeah, that's the economy because whenever, like, back then, before, like, the whole inflation shit, like, well, when inflation wasn't as bad, like I said, you were able to buy a house. Like, for instance, like, a property that my parents bought back then was, like, $60,000, right? $60,000!
So much cars cost going on.
Dude, $60,000. I'd be able to buy a house right now for $60,000 if I could. Nowadays, you look at the value for that same house, well over $100,000, if not doubled that.
And then like 300K.
Exactly, $200K for something that was fucking not even half that, less than half, fucking 10, 15 years ago. That's how much it spiked. And for people, even for me, because now it's like, well, what happens whenever I want to have a fucking family and I want to go buy a house, or for you that wants to go buy a fucking house, you know, it almost leaves us dead in the water for this, or not just me or you, this whole generation, or anybody that lives in this generation, you know, that doesn't have a foot up.
But they got to do a lot with a lot of this generation not showing up to, like, meetings for like the city and
Oh,
all that
yeah,
kind of shit,
100%.
So you need to know what to and not to vote for. They just all go by social media.
Yeah, because what I noticed is that people don't really pay attention to what's going on only whenever elections are happening.
They
What?
only watch the main, like the U.S. President election.
Yeah.
Like you need to go vote in your local like county.
Mhm. And I feel like the majority of attention isn't even on real life stuff. What do you see the majority of the time on your TV? It's, everybody knows when the Super Bowl is. Everybody knows when the finals are. Everybody knows when the next season of Stranger Things is. Everybody knows when the next episode of Euphoria is. Everybody knows, it's stuff like that that's distracting you, or distracting the majority of the population, so that whenever it is like something serious, you're just not even informed on like what's going on, just based off like what's on your feed. You know what I mean? It's not what's actually happening. It's like, okay, time to pay attention to this. Okay, time to pay attention to this. And it's almost like people enjoy that. You know what I mean? Because you know what I overheard? I overheard this person at work. They're like, are you going to watch the Super Bowl? Or they were like, have you been watching the NFL season? You know what I mean? Same old conversation, right? Just basic conversation. And they're like, nah, I haven't really been paying attention to it. And they're like, oh, but are you going to watch the Super Bowl? Or they're like, so you're not going to watch the Super Bowl? They're like, of course I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. Duh, commercials. It's like, so you're it's almost like people enjoy the advertisements. Well, of course, because they're being sent, spent so much money for people to enjoy them. But like that's one perspective that you could have, that it's like people are more intrigued on like the entertainment aspect of like life. You know what I mean? To be entertained, just to be fed brain rot, to be fed like slop. Even fast food, it goes as far as fast food. People know that stuff's not good for you. You stop eating it for a while, and then you try and go back, and you realize how bad it actually tastes. But for so long, you've been eating that same stuff that it's almost unapparent to you of how bad it actually tastes. So you just continuously eat it, and that's why you see so many obese people. So it's the same thing with everything else. Entertainment, you're just kind of just like absorbing all this content and not even realizing that your brain is just out the window by then. But
I know a bitch that had a crib for like 4 months. She still don't got no pots and pans. She just go to McDonald's. She got kids.
R.I.P. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here. But thanks for coming on. We talked about a bunch of different shit. We talked about a bunch of different shit, and honestly, this is why I like talking about this, because this is like, you bring on different people and you talk about different shit.
Yeah.
But Raywall, everybody.
So before we end this stream, if you ever in doubt about anything going on in the world, go watch both sides of each story so you can form your own opinion. Because if you're just consuming one side, you're never gonna open your mind up to like
what's going on.
What's really going on. You're just consuming yourself in a box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to have that issue. I'm gonna be real with you. Until I just start hearing people's opinion. I don't agree with one side.
Yeah. If you agree with one side, then you're wrong. Because both sides are wrong. Both sides are wrong in their own way.
Yeah, they have rights, they have wrongs. Like, I agree with some things on one side, I agree with things on another side. But then again, like, you can't have the best of both worlds, even though our goal as a human race should be the same. That's what I agree about. You know what I'm saying? So, what was your outro? Oh yeah, chase your dreams.
Chase your dreams. Amen.
All right.
Catch you guys on the next one. Raywall, you want to say your tags?
So this kind of inspired me to get back to making content again. So, like I said, I already had a video planned out. I feel like I have something on my face right here. Let me get it off. I just got my hair cut, so like right there, you see it. It's been bothering me. I've just been trying to ignore it. Oh, you know what? It's actually on my dread. No, it's not. It's that. I think it's just the fact that I just need to come. Whatever. I need to comb it out. But anyway. But anyways, this inspired me. That's what I was saying, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Okay. I lose track real easy. It's inspired me to just go and start just either writing or recording another video. Cause I mean, I still know what I want out of this. I still see my vision. Even if it's just me documenting this just to have for my daughter one day, you know? Like, I don't know when my time will be over, but I want to know she can have something to remember me by. And they're going to be about my first set of YouTube videos, you know? They used to be pranks, dumbass pranks, bro. But, yeah, like, stuff like this, it's fucking fantastic. I think the next person you bring on, bro, if it's going to be O, because he said he was supposed to do it last week, but he had to change your plans because he had family stuff. But if you had him sit here, you could have, like, 2 more people sit back there, and the more people is kind of, if they talk with it, it'll help, you know what I'm saying, bring in different...
No, yeah, that's what that's for. That's to have more people. I already had someone else.
Casting coach.
Yeah, I already had someone else bring someone else in here, too.
Okay.
So they were sitting back there and they were talking, too, so... But, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next stream.
Alright, see you.
Peace.